What's your initial thoughts on the match today?
Obviously we're happy with the result. I thought we played very well in the first half. We did a good job of possession. Thought the first 15, 20 minutes they tactically, pushed Mauro Rosales up higher, brought Manny inside, created some problems for us, and obviously created some chances through that. But we held steady. We knew we were going to get some chances to counterattack because they were pushing people forward. And then we were able to score 2 counterattack goals to ice the game.
Tactically, how important was that first goal to kind of open them up?
Well, it's always, timing-wise of the goal was good right before halftime, and it also forced them to open up. But I think, they were, when the game was 0-0, they were comfortable, but they were also not happy with their aggressiveness. So I think that's the big thing that Carl Robinson changed for them at halftime, got them more aggressive and got them pushed up. So getting the goal right before halftime was obviously key.
Did you have a halftime speech written in your head, and did that change at all after you guys scored?
No. I mean, I know what my thoughts are. I know what the things are that I want to talk to the players about, and so having a goal just said, hey, obviously we're up now 1-0. We got to make sure that we hold on to it, but it really doesn't change the tactical points I was trying to make.
Seemed like a bunch of knocks out there. Is anything serious that you know of?
Not that we know of at this time. Wasson got in on some tackles there for sure. It's just one of those things.
Can you figure out this series with the home teams losing everything and everything being one-sided?
I'm not going to try and figure out the series. What I am trying to figure out is, that we continue to show that we're a good road team, which we've always been, and today was a good road victory for us, and that we gather some momentum, and that, we use that momentum as we move forward and keep gathering points and try and move as high up in the standings as we can. So that's all we're concerned about right now.
First shutout in quite some time. What was working well for the defense?
I thought they were pretty resilient. I think we blocked some shots, which was important. Fisher came up with 1 block there as well. Stefan, you sort of get used to him making good saves, key saves. When made a couple of big saves in the first half. The one where Fish gave the ball to Rivero, and another one, where Rivero was in 1v1, had a good ball slipped in. So he came up with the big saves he needed to make.
Was there an issue with Freeberg?
Freeberg, wasn't in the 18 today. He got a slight injury in training on Friday. We brought him along. We thought it might be better today, but he should be able to go Wednesday.
Andreas scores his first. Valdez is involved in the second goal there. Was that nice to see two of the newer guys kind of get involved there?
Yeah, definitely. I think you can see with Andreas on the field, our set pieces become a lot more dangerous, the balls he serves in. And it was great to see him get that goal. He slipped into the space behind. Great ball by Oba, to put him in. And, Nelson gives you everything he has every minute he's on the field. As we asked him to play left midfield, we asked him to play right midfield. He gets himself involved in the goal. It was a great little backheel touch, and it's great to see that involvement.
With Freeberg, was it a groin issue? I think I saw somewhere.
I couldn't tell you. Sure.
Their match in Seattle was the one where y'all seemed to have some problems with their celebration and so forth. Was that mentioned at all in advance of this one?
We mentioned it right before we went out. Yeah.
There was a lot of standout performances out there today. Was there one in particular that stood out to you?
Not really. There were so many good performances. Not fair to single out one guy. Ozzie and Pineda did a good job marshaling the midfield. I thought our defense was very stout and held firm. Stefan Frei did his job. Oba comes up with a goal. Dempsey comes up with two big assists. Ivancic, Nelson, Evans ran his heart out and was done. There's so many guys. Everybody contributed.
Gonzo is sort of an in and out of the rotation, especially down the stretch here. Is he a guy that you can trust to know that whenever he gets his opportunities, he's going to take it like he did tonight?
I know he's a pro, and so when his number's called, he's going to be ready to play, and if his number's not called, he's disappointed, but, he'll still be ready to play for me. So, and Gonzo, sometimes his partnership with Ozzie is one, too, where Ozzie's game seems to blossom a little bit when Gonzo's there, because Gonzo does, what you don't see from the outside, does a lot of talking on the field and really helps the whole positional setup for us in midfield.
Playoff points obviously important, but this did win you guys Cascadia Cup. Do you allow yourself to sort of celebrate that for a little bit here?
Yeah, we'll enjoy that. Well, obviously the fans will enjoy that. I'm sure they'll be filling it on their way home. But I read an article today to make sure they clean it before they drink out of it. But it's a situation where, you know, we want to hold on to it for a while if we can. You know, we had a chance to ice it in the last game with them at home, and it's nice because it just means, you know, against two very good teams, you know, both possibly being playoff teams, Vancouver and Portland, we've shown that we can win more games than we can lose against them.
Getting a result like this against the top team in the West, is this kind of the win you need to get you guys through the remainder of the year?
It's just one of a number of things. You know, having played a really good first half, building on that first half is something that we need to do. Getting a win on the road, showing that we can beat the #1 team on the West. That, you know, everything's still within our grasp and is possible. And it's just a matter of getting into the playoffs and then doing what we need to from there.
With the banner for Torres before the game from some of your guys, whose idea was that?
That was a team. That was the team's initiative. We as a coaching staff had nothing to do with it. They organized it along with Nolan. They asked for my permission to do it. I said not a problem. And I think it just shows how, even though Roman has not been with this team long, that everybody really liked him and cared for him. So, you know, I thought it was great that they did that.